What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid DCG. And my friend James here today. We have a matchup of Purple Luffy versus Usopp. Matchup very well familiar with. The deck I'm very familiar with. And we lost a dice roll, so we are going second. Third straight dice roll we've lost today, and third straight time we're going second. We want to go first. So yeah, gonna mull our hand. We didn't see stage, didn't really see any searchers. Definitely want to see either a bunch of searchers, like a Leo specifically, or stage. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. He's power shuffling his deck right now, and we're gonna get it going. Purple Luffy is a deck that he can take a life once per turn if his Dawn's at 3 or more, or 0, to ramp an active Dawn. He's going to start off with a 1 searcher for a Trafalgar Law, search top 4 for a Straw Hat or Heart Pirate, would cost 2 or higher. He grabs the Luffy Taro, so we know he's got probably a really strong play. We're going to Dawn pass, no searchers, no Adeo blocker, not looking great for us. He's going to use leader ability to ramp to 4 and then play a Hitokiri Kamazo. That Kamazo, when a Dawn is returned, he can pop a 2 cost or less. We're going to tap 1 for Rebecca Searcher. We're able to grab a Leo Searcher off of that. And we're going to tap 1, rest our leader, search top 5. We're able to find stage with the last card. We get to pick 1 more card. So thinking about what we're going to pick, don't want to pitch either the Rebecca's or the Kyros in my hand. And thinking about whether I want to pitch that Zoro, I kind of don't. Because I want to be, I could pop that Kamazo. I could pop a Zorojuro if he plays the next turn. And don't want to pitch a Rebecca because I have 2 in hand already. I guess I could have grabbed the Rebecca and pitched it. But ultimately going to pitch the 2K Toy Soldier. And then we're going to tap 1 for stage and then pass. So now, interesting because of the Kamazo, as soon as he returns to Dawn, he's going to pop one of our Rebecca's or our Leo, but we're going to get to draw a card off of it. So he ramps to get to 7. He swings 5 life. We'll give him a 2K. 5 life again, we take, and then now he's going to tap 7, return to Dawn, play Luffy Taro, and then he gets to pop our Leo, we get to draw a card. He plays it for Nosuke off of that. That's a very interesting play. For Nosuke, usually a 2K. It does have a rush if he's got 8 or more Dawn, and I think it has to have 2 Dawn on it. Something along those lines. Yeah, not normally what you see, but he said he didn't have a great play there. I'm going to swing 5 life. And then we're going to tap 4 for, or excuse me, I swing 5 into the Kamazo when he gave counter. Then I'm going to play the Zoro to pop the Kamazo and then tap 2 for an Adeo. So get our hand size down. We can draw with the Adeo blocker. We got rid of his Kamazo, so he can't pop our Adeo. He probably couldn't pop our Adeo anyways because he's getting buffed up cost of 3. But he could pop the Rebecca, I guess. So he's ramped twice. He's at 3 life. He's going to swing 5 life. We'll give the Adeo blocker to draw. Now he's going to ramp again. So he goes up to 9 Dawn. And he's going to tap 7 for another Luffy Taro. And he's going to return a Dawn. He's going to get to play Zorojuro, search top 5 for a Straw Hat. He's going to grab a Gum Gum Giant. And he's going to swing 5 life with the Frankie. Thinking about whether I want to give him counter. I'm ultimately going to decide to give him counter. Maybe I shouldn't give him counter. He swings 8 life. I just didn't want to go down to 1 life. I wish I had that Rebecca later, though. And then here, what the idea here is, we are going to Rebecca. So I'm going to swing 5 into the Zoro, or excuse me, 5 into the Nosuke. He gives me a 2K counter. I'm going to swing the Zoro into it. So 6 into 4, he lets it die. And then now we have 8 Dawn. We're going to Rebecca Kyros here. So we tap 7 for Rebecca. We get to draw a card. Ultimately, we don't have a good thing to play off of it. We could play a Barto blocker. I think that's better on our hand, though. tap just for the Kyros. We're going to return the Zoro back to his hand. And then we're going to get to swing 10 into the 8 into the Luffy Taro. He's going to give us 2k, 1k. Our hand is incredibly bricked. We have 1 2k in it and like 5 bricks. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have 9, maybe 10 cards in trash. He swings 8 into the 6. We have to let it die. We couldn't carry it even if we wanted to. Ultimately, we're in a really rough spot here. He's going to swing 5 life, which we take. And then he's going to tap 5 for a Queen blocker. Queen blocker allows him to return a Dawn to draw 2 trash 1. He's going to swing 8 life. We can't counter it out even if we wanted to because we drew another brick. And then we drew a final brick. This Red Rock has a trigger. It could bottom deck a 4 cost, but not really worth it. The only thing we could target for us is the Law. And then now he's at an interesting... He's going to play 1 for a Law Searcher. You wouldn't know this with the amount of cards we have in hand, but if he put all Dawn that he had there on the Law and swaying the Law, he would have won. But now he's going to tap 1 for the Law Searcher. That's going to grab the Nami, which allows him to cycle even more. So he doesn't have that many cards in hand. He has 4 cards in hand, but 2 blockers. So now it's just an interesting spot where it's just like, it's pretty rough. I don't really have a path forward, especially with King Kong Gun not being live. I could maybe get cute and play the 7 cost Luffy and swing into both of his blockers. And then King Kong Gun with like Rebecca and swing 10 double attack and then swing the Kyros for game. Like that's the only path I could potentially be forward, but I don't have 15 cards in trash, so King Kong Gun is not live. I can't even really block her up. The only blocker I have is a 2k Bartolomeo. It's just a bunch of Kyroses and 7 cost Luffy. So ultimately I'm deciding I'm going to lose this game, but ultimately deciding the best way to go about trying to make the best, strongest play. And thinking whether or not it's play the Kyros or play the 7 cost Luffy. Because again, the 7 cost Luffy could swing into both those active blockers. But if I'm not going for game, the 3 Dawn that I normally would use for King Kong Gun, I'm going to have to use for the Barto blocker. So the idea here, I think I ultimately settle on, I think it's best to tap 7 to play the Kyros, bounce the Queen back to his hand, and then I can swing the Kyros. I'm going to swing 9 into the 8. He's going to give me swing 9 into the Luffy Taro. He could block, for example, or he can give me counter. It's not going to take a lot of counter to get out of it. He gives me 2k. We're going to swing 9 again into the 8. And he gives 2 1ks. And then we're going to swing 5 life, which he gives a 1k there. And then we're going to just tap 3 for a Bartolomeo, but he has shown me he had the Usohachi. Like, we were dead no matter what. Like, the Bartolomeo was not going to hold anything back. So yeah, ultimately we kind of got cooked this game. Don't really know what to say. He saw the Luffy Taro, but he didn't get to see. I mean, he double Luffy Taro, but he didn't like play pretty awesome stuff off. I mean, he played the Zoro the second time, but the first time playing Infernosuke is not great. It took us a little bit to find stage. And ultimately, I think it was just like a little getting bricked at the end. We were super bricked. Didn't really have a lot of Kyros, a lot of Luffy's. And again, we could have made a cool play for game if we had 15 cards in trash, which we didn't. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But hey, we just lost this game. That's how it goes. There's probably some things I could have done more optimally. But the way we drew, I think we were going to just lose this game. So let me know in the comments what I could have done better. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time.